North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un is on his way to Russia's port city Vladivostok via bulletproof train to meet President Vladimir Putin. In line with a long-standing tradition among North Korean leaders, Mr. Kim will likely spend over 20 hours traveling some 1,180 kilometers or 733 miles on the slow-moving locomotive, said to include a restaurant serving fine French wines and dishes such as fresh lobster. The train rattles along at about 50 kilometers an hour or 31 miles per hour because of its heavy armored protection. By comparison, London's high-speed rail runs at about 200 kilometers an hour, while Japan's Shinkansen bullet trains can hit 320 kilometers an hour. The long journey also takes into account the North's sometimes archaic rail network. The train has been christened Taeyang-go, the Korean word for the sun, and a symbolic reference to North Korea's founder Kim Il-sung. Time-honored trains. The tradition of long-distance travel via train was started by Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un's grandfather, who took his own train on trips to Vietnam and Eastern Europe. These luxurious trains are said to be heavily guarded by security agents who scan routes and upcoming stations for bombs and other threats. Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, who ruled North Korea from 1994 until his death in 2011, reportedly traveled by train because he was afraid of flying. Kim Jong-il famously took 10 days to get to Moscow in 2001 to hold a meeting with Mr. Putin. Russian military commander Konstantin Pulikovsky, who accompanied the former North Korean leader on the 2001 ride, spoke of its opulence in his memoir, Orient Express. It was possible to order any dish of Russian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and French cuisine. He recalled live lobsters being transported to the train to ensure the availability of fresh delicacies, while cases of red wine from Bordeaux and Burgundy were also flown in from Paris. Even Mr. Putin's private train did not have the comfort of Kim Jong-il's train, he said. Another former Russian diplomat, 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐤, wrote in 2019 about his experience of traveling on the same 2001 train ride. He recalled dishes considered delicacies, such as donkey meat and abalones, a type of mollusk, being flown in from Pyongyang. Russian standard vodka was also a fixture. Both Russians described performers and singers entertaining guests aboard the train. North Korean state media said that Kim Jong-il died of a heart attack while traveling on the train in 2011. In November 2009, conservative South Korean newspaper Chosun Ilbo reported that the armored train featured around 90 carriages. The green vehicle with a yellow stripe also had conference rooms, audience chambers, and bedrooms, with satellite phones and flat-screen televisions installed for briefings. Other images show carriages filled with red leather armchairs. Kim Jong-un may not share his father's fear of flying, as he has flown on his Russian-made private jet for several trips. But when he last met Mr. Putin in Vladivostok in Russia's Far East in 2019, likely to be the last time Mr. Kim traveled abroad, he also traveled by train. He was welcomed by officials with a traditional offering of bread and salt. Private planes. In addition to trains, Mr. Kim has also been seen getting about on other forms of luxurious transport that paint a sharp contrast to the impoverished lifestyles of North Korean people. Having attended a boarding school in Switzerland, Kim Jong-un is no stranger to flying. In May 2018, he made his first international flight since assuming power to the Chinese city of Dalian to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping. Media reports suggest he has previously used his private jet for travel within North Korea. The aircraft that flew him to China was a Soviet-made long-range aircraft, the Ilyushin 62 or the IL-62. North Korean watchers at website NK News say locals call it Chame-1, named after the goshawk, the country's national bird. The white exterior of the plane is emblazoned with North Korea's official name in Korean on two sides, with the national flag next to the text. The tail features a red star inside red and blue circles. The aircraft has modern interiors, and Kim has occasionally been photographed working and holding meetings on board. The Chame-1 made headlines when it carried Pyongyang's high-level Olympics delegation, including Kim's sister, Kim Yo-jong, to South Korea in 2018. South Korean news agency Yonhap reported that the flight used the identification number PRK615, possibly a symbolic reference to the 15 June North-South delegation signed in 2000 by the two countries. Mr. Kim has also been seen using a Ukrainian Anatov 148 or AN-148. Featuring state airline Air Koryo's logo in a 2014 documentary aired by state-owned Korean Central Television. Luxury cars. In March 2018, Mr. Kim traveled to the Chinese capital Beijing via train, but used his personal Mercedes-Benz S-Class to travel within the city. According to the South Korean newspaper 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐤, the car was specially transported aboard the train. The car, manufactured in 2010, cost roughly 2 billion Korean won, or $1.8 million, according to the paper. Mr. Kim's favorite S-Class model was prominent during the 2018 Inter-Korean Summit at Panmunjom, when he drove across the border with bodyguards running alongside. His convoy at the summit was also reported to feature a private toilet car, used by the leader to answer the call of nature while traveling. This was also mentioned in a 2015 report by Seoul-based website 𝐥𝐤𝐤, which said that a customized bathroom was built into one of the cars of Mr. Kim's convoy of armored vehicles. And with that, we've reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for content just like it.